So many people out there in the world are addicted to porn, whether they want to admit it or not. And if you look into like Your Brain on Porn, which is a website, there's loads of scientific evidence and research to show that it messes up things such as neurotransmitters known as dopamine. So basically dopamine is what gives you that big high from watching porn. It's really, really stimulating, sends you into the sympathetic nervous system. And yeah, it's like, what it does is, by having that massive dopamine high, when you're going out in your everyday life, you don't find, should I say, the most simple things in life very satisfying, because basically you've had that massive dopamine release, and then everything else that would give you a boost with dopamine just doesn't give you the full effect anymore, because this is basically messing up your circuitry for your reward system, which is the dopamine system. So yeah, it's like you become very dissatisfied with so many things in life, and you don't feel very joyful, and you don't feel loads of happiness and blissed out feelings towards them, because yeah, they're not giving you that massive dopamine high like porn is. So yeah, for example, with me, I used to be addicted to porn, and I used to watch it multiple times a day. And yeah, I just become very addicted to it because it was like a drug high. And that's why so many people are addicted to it, because it is like a drug to them, just like heroin is to a heroin addict, or a crack to a crack addict, and so on. And I've had many addictions in my life, including sex addictions, porn addictions, masturbation addictions, drug addictions, and so on. And yeah, it works in the very similar way to all of those types of addictions and many others as well. And yeah, the majority of people are not aware it's having a negative effect on them at all. And especially if you're a young male where your brain is still developing, it's going to have an even more negative effect on you, because as your brain is developing, it is going to make it, for a lot of people, where you have downregulation of dopamine. And I used to suffer with this massively. And when you have low levels of dopamine, it reduces your energy levels, your motivation, your drive for life. It reduces your libido. It causes people, well, a lot of people, to end up with erectile dysfunction. It can really make you apathetic and induce anxiety within you, and have a whole host of negative effects on your mind and your body. So yeah, I just make a lot of videos on this subject because I think, especially more so for the males out there, because more males watch porn than females, because yeah, it was having such a negative effect to me and I wasn't aware of it. And when I stopped watching it in life, it really started to transform me mentally, physically and spiritually, and really started to send me more in the direction of doing things in life that truly gave me joy within myself and fulfillment and happiness. And it really started to turn me into the strongest, most true, authentic version of myself, so I could live the happiest, fulfilling life that I'd ever lived on this planet, up until where I'm at today. So I can say that yeah, me breaking away from it was a transformation for me in many ways, more than I could have ever possibly imagined. And yeah, everyone else needs to know about this as well. So if you want to learn a lot about this, search up a website called yourbrainonporn.com. It's a very, very insightful website. Like I said, it's got a lot of scientific evidence and research to back up what they've discovered around the negative effects of porn. And it's very interesting, just like drug addictions, for many people, they get withdrawal symptoms from not watching it, because they're not getting that massive dopamine high, and they feel that they need it to just feel alive at that moment. But then, even though it gives you that dopamine hit for a little bit, then it goes really, really low, and you feel awful within yourself holistically. So yeah, it can be a difficult road to go down and stop this addiction, but it is possible, because if I can do it, you can do it too. So yeah, just really be self-disciplined. Learn what things trigger you as well to watch porn, so certain emotional states will, and find a way to basically, instead of relapsing and watching porn, instead with that stress, find something to de-stress yourself. So something I recommend to massively de-stress yourself and use when you're getting urges is the Wim Hof breathing technique. This sends you into the parasympathetic side of the nervous system and makes you very, very calm. I find this is very good for stopping those urges completely. And another one as well is sexual energy transmutation, for heightening your consciousness. I had someone message me today that was getting certain urges to relapse with things around NoFap, and they said for the first time ever on NoFap, since they learned what I shared with them in the sexual energy transmutation video, they said they've got complete control of their sex drive and they're getting no urges whatsoever, and they've never experienced this on their NoFap journey. So that's a fucking amazing testimonial. I was really happy to read that. So yeah, if you have any questions on this subject, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you like the video, like it down below, and please share this with anyone that you think may benefit greatly from what I've shared and talked with you today in this video. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below to receive more videos from me on a regular basis, talking about porn addiction, masturbation addiction, and NoFap, and how you can sustain it long term and gain the greatest benefits, how you can control and stop those urges from taking over and making you relapse, and so many tips on how you can just make the NoFap journey the easiest for you, but also enhance your sex life at the same time. So yeah, I have a lot of different subjects and topics to talk to you about on this subject, and a lot of different experience, because I've been on this journey for over the last 3 years. So I've experimented a lot and found a lot of great things. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.